to trunk over, but not a trunk over is equal to miss over. Miss over is equal to trunk over. So instead of the miss over, always we can use trunk over. See this? Now you can see how many rows we have imported. 4 rows only. By using which option? We can use miss over also here. We can use trunk over also here. Miss over is equal to, but not a trunk over is equal to miss over. Don't forget that one. Now I will go for trunk over additional uses here. Clear here this point? Now when I open my txt file, Suresh Kumar is there, Mahesh Verma is there. Now here I want to import this file from outside to inside. How many variables are there? 2. The ID, name. ID is a character and numeric. Character. Yes, yes, sir. Then there is a character. Next name also. So here this is a space delimited file. Any option is required while importing data from outside to inside? No. Concentrate on second value. Second value is then why no? So at least one option is required, right? Which option? Binds technology, yeah. So is now I want to import all records from outside to inside. Here which option is useful for us? Miss over. Because now column value is missing. Yes or no? Yesterday I told aligned data and unaligned data, correct? Okay, yeah. So here I am importing this file from outside to inside only. ID and name is there. Right click, mute it. Mute somebody not muted. Please mute. So here right click, go to properties, go to security, select your file path location. Yeah. Now I am importing which file? Data, maybe. Import. So what is my in file? In file, give your file path location here. So first, without using this server, input patient ID, that is a character, name also character. Run it. Proc bin data is equal. My data set name is a AB. Run it. So what is the default option? Infile option, flow over option. So when I open my txt file, here second value is a missing. It jump to the next flow. Take the S103, replace with the prior missing value only. Then S104, Mahesh value. Totally 3 records. We can display it, but this value is more than 8 bytes. By default, how many bytes we can write it? 8 bytes. More than 8, right? So when I am submitting this one, we cannot see the entire values here. Now here, this is incorrect actually, because S103 actually third ID, but we are displaying in the second row itself, because that is by default which option? Flow over. Now I want to read the Suresh Kumar, Mahesh Verma entire value only. How can we do that? By using length. When we use the length statement, we can change our order. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If I am using length name 12, what is the first column we can display it in my output menu?
Name.
Second column, patient ID. But I don't want to change the my order. Then we have to use which one? Retain. No. Don't. When we use the length, retain is useful. But here I don't want to use the length statement. Yesterday we discussed why last aligned data, unaligned data discussed or not? Starting cursor position and ending position discuss. Please repeat, revision. We are in 5% also not done. Remaining 95% subject is there. What is my point? SAS is easy, but we can easily forget also. Okay, so that's the reason. What is my ESC, my cursor position? What is my cursor position? 16. What is my ending cursor position? 16. 16, right? 6 and 16. Now starting position is a 6 only, ending position is a 16. So what is the purpose of this means? No need to use return statement, length statement also. When we use the length statement, by default we can change our variable creation order also. I don't want to change any order. Directly we can use starting cursor position and ending position. Clear my point? Now here I am using which option? Without using flow over. By default is a flow over option. But I don't want flow over. Now I am using which option? Miss over. Now here, how many records length is exactly 6 to 16? Starting cursor position is a 6. Ending cursor position is a, how many records are there in my txt file?
2 records.
2 records are there. Remaining 2 records, 1 record is missing. 1 more record is less than 16. Less than 16. Our highest cursor position is a 16. But third record length is less than 16. Okay. But I am using which option? If I am submitting this one, you can see it here. How many records we have printed?
2.
Record. But in my txt file, actually only 1 record is missing. But here, how many records? Here it shows missing
2
record, because remaining 1 record, whatever record is there, those record value is less than 6. You know, whatever width you have given, whatever length you have, ending cursor position or length, whatever length you have mentioned in your input statement, okay, is there any column value shorter than your input statement width? We can display as a null by using which option? I use the which option?
Miss over.
I use the miss over. Now here wait. Yes, 105. Ravi. Yes, 106. Ramesh. Yes, 107. Okay. Now, how many records are there? 7 records. What is your starting cursor position? What is your ending cursor position? 6 to 16. How many records are exactly equal to 6 to 16?
3 records only.
Now I am using miss over. Why we are using miss over? Because in my txt file, 1 missing value is there. 1 record is missing. That's the reason I am using which option? Miss over. But when we use the miss over, is there any record value is less than? Is there any record value is less than my input width size? We can display as a null only. How many records are less than my width size? 4.
2.
1 3
2 are
3. 3, sir.
3.
3.
Ravi, Ramesh, these 3 records less than
16
16 only. Then if I am using miss over option, we can display 7 records only. But how many name records we can display it in my output? Only 3. Remaining 4 records are null. Actually 1 record by default missing only. Remaining 3 records length is less than my 16 only. Okay. Now I am importing this one. When I am importing, you can see this. We have printed 7 records only. But out of 7 records, we are seeing only 3 records name values. Remaining 4 records we are not displaying because 4 records length is less than 16 only. Got it my point here? Is there any record value is less than my input width size? We can display as a null by using which option? Miss over. But I want to read even my record. Is there any record value is less than my width size? I want to read those records also. Then which option is good for us? Trunk over.
Trunk over.
To use here, instead of the miss over, option I am using trunk over. Now just submit this one. When I submit it, now we have printed or not. So I will go for 2 more examples. This is the first example. Anybody, any doubt? Online guys, anybody, any doubt? So So now finally, which one is good
Excuse
for
me, sir.
and trunk over? Trunk over. Yeah, somebody saying yes, please.
సో ఇప్పుడు
So here now, first one is a. I will go for only one column. Okay. So Raj. Next one is Raj. Kumar. Next one is Raj. Kumar. Kumar. Mukesh. This is my text file. Only one column is available. That is the name of it. Name. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 records are there. Now I want to import this file from outside to inside only. Now values are separated by spaces. Here which one is required? Dollar with the dot. Okay, yes or no? So AP, go to properties, go to security, select your file path location. So this is a APTX record, data in AP, then in file, give your file path location here. Okay. Now input, only one column is available, that is a name. Run, property data is equal, my data set name is a AP, then run it. So when I am submitting this one, we have imported all the 8 records only, but name value separated by space. By default, we can read it only first word only, not second word, third word. So this is incorrect. Yes or no? Actually, my second record is a Raj Kumar, third record is a Raj Kumar Verma, but we are displaying Raj only. I want to read my entire values. Then we have to use which one? Dollar width dot only. So what is the total width size? Anybody? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18. Total width size is 18 only. Okay. So here dollar 18 dot is required. Here how many records are exactly equal to 18 bytes? 2. Okay, without using any option. If I am executing this one in my first record, how many bytes are there exactly? 3 bytes. 5 or 6 bytes are there, but that is not equal to exactly 18 bytes only. So when you mention only dollar with the dot, we cannot read the proper data. Compulsory, we have to use along with the dollar with the dot. One more option, infile option is required only. If I am importing this one, so you can see the only out of 8 records, how many records we are displaying? Flow. Again, this is a flow over. This is not correct output. Now I need correct output. Then, if I am using misover, what will happen? Now we are displaying the only 4 records only. But in my TXT file, how many records are there? 8 records. I need all 8 records. Is there any value is missing? I want to display as a null. Then that's the reason I am using here which option? Miss over. But when we use the miss over option, what is your exact width size in your input statement? Input. What is the width size? 18. How many exactly equal to 18 bytes? All records are less than. Now, if we use miss over option, we can import the all 8 records only from outside to. But is there any record length is less than 18 bytes? We can display as a null by using which option? Miss over. Now, I am submitting this one. When I submitted, now see this here only we are displaying the 2 records only. But this is incorrect actually. I need all records only. Then go for now instead of the miss over, then trunk over only. Now I am submitting again. When I submitted, now you can see the all 8 records we have successfully imported to my point here. So conclusion point is here, when my values are separated by spaces, if anybody using dollar with the dot, we have to use miss over or trunk over? Trunk over. If anybody using miss over, is there any value is less than your input statement, then we can display as a null. Using miss over. So to avoid that, always we have to use trunk over. This is an interview question. What is the difference between miss over and the trunk over? Already my students are preparing PPTs. I will share as soon as possible. What is my plan? So anybody, shall I go for one more example?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, wait. What about here? One is a, wait, I will go for different way. Here, age is a 22. Age is a 23. Age is a 24. Age is a 25. Now, here, anybody just let me know how to read this data from outside to inside. What are the options required here?
Miss over.
DLM is equal to comma. చెప్పండి మిస్ టూ ఆప్షన్స్
Trunk over. Gives
Plus 50.
ఇప్పుడే మీరు 5 ఆప్షన్స్ చెప్పారు. డిఎల్ఎం మిస్ ఓవర్ ట్రంక్ ఓవర్ డిఎస్డి కరెక్ట్ చెప్పండి. మీకు విచ్ ఆప్షన్ ఈజ్ సూటబుల్ ఫర్ అస్ టు దిస్ డిఎస్డి? డిఎస్డి ఇస్ ఎ కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ మిస్ ఓవర్. మిస్ ఓవర్ చెప్పినప్పుడు లాస్ట్ కాలం చెక్ చేయండి కదా. వాల్యూస్ ఆర్ సపరేటెడ్ బై spaces. Some values are, for example, here values are separated by spaces kabatti, what is the total width size? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many records are exactly equal to 12?
2 only, sir.
Then remaining 2 records are less than?
2.
Even we DSD use just a properly read out the DSD is useful for comma plus miss over, not for trunk over. What is my point? DSD is a combination of comma plus, but ikkada miss over workout avutunda. Concentrate on miss over. Last column values exactly length is 12 bytes, but some records length is less than 12 bytes. So if I am using DSD also, we cannot read the proper data. Router AC, ID, age, name.
So can we use DST and trunk over?
Exactly.
Comma in between.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. So AC is a my TXT file. Data AC in file. Give your file path location. That is, for example, if I mention only DSD, because your thought is DSD is a combination of comma plus miss over.
Miss over.
This is a comma delimited file and some missing values are there, then I use the proper DSD. Your thought is DSD also it works, but miss over I said here my values are separated by spaces. If you mention 12 bytes, exactly 12 dot is the 12 width size. How many records are exactly equal to 12? We can display those records only. Okay, now if I am using input patient ID, that is a character, next one is a age is a numeric, next one is a name is a character. Name values are separated by spaces, then we have to use which one? Dollar width data only. What is the total width size here? 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 bytes only. We have to use 12 dot. Okay. Now I am using DSD also. I used it here when I submitted. Is this correct output? No, we are not displaying the proper data here because I have mentioned the 12 bytes only DSD. Okay. Now in this scenario, then I will go for instead of DSD. Just try DLM is equal to comma plus miso. Just I am trying different options here. Now just execute this one. When I am submitting this one, now how many records? Two records are missing. Why two records are remaining two records? Because that is a less than
Then 12 bytes.
12 bytes only. So here DLM is called comma is required. Instead of the miss over,
Trunk over.
trunk over. Otherwise DSD plus trunk over. Your wish only. Now here I am using, instead of the miss over, we can use trunk over only. Why trunk over means my bit size is a 12 dot, because values are separated by spaces. I use the 12 bytes only. So is there any value is less than 12 bytes? We can display as a null by using miss over. Now I use the trunk over when I submit it, whether we print it or not. Clear my point here. So conclusion point is, which option is good for us, miss over or trunk over?
Trunk over is good.
Don't use miss over in the real time scenario. Always useful for only one option. Which option? Trunk over. Clear? Shall I go for next option now?
Okay, sir.
Okay. If still anybody any doubt, just ask me. Clear means I will go for next one. Our next one is yes. Nagaprasad, any doubt?
No, sir. Clear.
Next one is here. Our next option is which option here? Add. So what is the purpose of add option? Add is our next option. Just interview purpose, very useful. Here, add option is nothing but go for, I have created one file, APTXT file only. How many records are there total? 8 records. 8 or 7 records are there. I want to import the all. Here is there any missing value? Missing. There is no missing value. So no missing value. And how many records are there totally? 8 records. Now without using trunk over, I will use only dollar with the data only. Dollar with the data. What is my file name? AP. AP is my file name. Total width size is how much here? Now I am not using trunk over. If I am using AP again, now see this, we are not importing the all records, but I want to import the all records from first observation to last observation. Totally 8 records. Without using trunk over, now here I am using which option? Pad. What is the purpose of pad option? By using pad option, we can import the all records from first OVS to last OVS. That purpose will be used the. But before using pad option, first check it in your data code. Is there any missing value in your, okay? Is there any missing value? Don't use pad option. Always will go for trunk over only. What is my point? Because trunk over added additional functionality. Is there any missing value? We can display as a data null by using which option? Trunk over. But by using pad option, there is no missing value in my txt file. I want to read the all records from first OVS to last OVS. We can use pad option. Okay. Now I am submitting. When I submitted, we can see here. We imported or not? Is there any value is a missing? I use the only pad option. By default, that is a flow over functionality. Our values it will be shipped. What is my point here? So that's the reason. Always use trunk over. Okay, because we don't know in our txt file any missing value or not. Okay. Go for mute. Mute please, Srinivas. Okay. So here, is there any missing value? In my project is a phase 3 clinical trials. Phase 3 means how many members are there? 3,000. 3,000. So we don't know missing values are there or not. In that scenario, blindly we have to use which option? Trunk over only. If we use pad option, we can import the 3,000 records, but we don't know whether that is a correct or incorrect. So still if you want, then use trunk over plus pad. Both at a time also we can use it. But trunk over is more than enough only. Interview purpose they are asking what is the purpose of pad option. What is the purpose of pad option? By using pad we can import the all records from first OVS to last OVS. Clear my point? That is a pad. Any doubt here? No? Now I will go for next one. Any doubt here? Online guys. No, so now today I will explain one more and I will stop it. So here stands is so this is a stances related and some information. I am copying. Copy, open. A is the my TXT file. Okay, so this is my data science cloud. So now, what is the position? Starting position? 1. What is the ending position? You can see the 4 hash symbols. What is the ending position? 1374. Now I want to import this file from outside to my column name is only one column, that is a stances. Under stances, I want to display all this content only. How can we do that? Anybody? What is the total vector size? 30, 70, 137. Okay, now here, AE, go to properties, go to security, select this entire file of the location. Now open this one. My file name is AE data. AE in file. Give your file path location. Only my column name is stances. So here property data is equal. My data set name is what is my data set name? AE. AE. So run it. So now I am submitting this one. When I submitted, only we are displaying A only. Why? Lower overall. Exactly. The values are separated by spaces. What is the vector size here? 13. But that is in my text file. But once you have imported, you can see the exact vector size. What is the vector size? 1376. This one. Okay. The minimum record length is 1376. So our exact length is 1376 only. We have to use same length only. So now I am using 1376. What is required? Now, by default, how many bytes we can display in my output window? By default, how many bytes? Maximum. Okay. By the output window I am asking. In my output window, maximum we can display the 1 or 2 bytes only. How many? 1 or 2 only. Per line we can display 1 or 2. But this is more than 1 or 2 or not? More than 1 or 2. So if I am submitting this one, see this, here A leading to IT, software training, parenthesis, IT and L also we have printed. So go for this, where it is the training, here, yes or no, and IT L. So how many bytes? 98 only. 98. Then you have to count this space also. 99. This space also. This is also. And one more space. Per line we can display only. Per column also we can read the maximum. 1 or 2 bytes only we can display it in my output window. How many bytes? 1 or 2. Okay, but I want to read the entire my 1376 byte. Is that possible? No, it is not possible. But we can print it in my output window. We cannot display the more than 256 bytes only. More than, by default, how many here? 1 or 2. If you want 256, maximum line size is per line we can display only 1 or 2. Now here I am increasing option line size. Line size is equal to, now I am increasing my line size from 1 or 2 to 256, which means per line we can read how many bytes now? 256. So in my output window, when I submitted, now earlier IT L only. Now you can see where is this consultancy, service consultancy in T. Where it is that service consulting?
I
Where it is service, yeah, in T. What is 252 and remaining 4 spaces. 4 spaces mean 252. This is a 253, 254, 255, 256. Okay, we cannot display the more than 256 bytes in one single column. In my output window, I am saying. But what is your dataset name here? AE dataset by default it saves under which library?
Work library.
Go to your work library, open your which dataset? In my txt file, what is the last bytes here? 4 app symbols are there. Now I am opening AE txt file. 4 app symbols are there and not. 4 hash symbols are there. We can import, but in my output window, we cannot print the more than 256 bytes under single column. But user is requested. Then how can we do that? User requested, they need in one report only. That purpose we have to use in SAS, we'll create third-party reports only. Going forward, I will let you know. But today I am showing sample. So I will create one PDF report only. Which report? What is the full form of PDF? Any idea? Whatever. Yeah, life science है ना? Life science PDF portable document format. Portable document format. Now I am creating series here. This is I am creating, but don't just leave it this one. I am not explaining, but I am showing you that only. Leave it PDF also. I will explain separately. PDF file is equal to so on so AE dot PDF only. So here ODS PDF loads. Now I am submitting this one. When I submitted, now we can create one. This is a AE PDF only. We created PDF format. See this here. This is a AE dot PDF. In my PDF, you can see the 4 hashes are there or not. Okay, we cannot see the more than 256 bytes under one column. But we can create one report. Okay, that is a PDF or a third-party reports only. In that report, we can see the which one? All bytes only. Okay, in one page, output page, this is not possible. If user requested they need all these bytes under single column, then we have to create separate format only. That is going forward. I will let you know. I have created which format? PDF form.
PDF.
So here, what is our width size? 13.
1376.
So go for 13. So here you can see one option is there. What is our option? LRECL. That is our next option. So LRECL. What is the stands for LRECL? L means logical record. REC means record. Again LE means length only. Logical record length. Okay, logical record length, when it will be useful means when your text source data has more than 256 bytes. 56, we have to use which option? LRECL. Then we have to mention here in the infile statement, LRECL is equal, whatever width you have mentioned in your input statement, what is my width size? 1376, you can mention here also 1376. 76 only. LRECL, when it will be useful means when your source data, source text file has more than 256 bytes, we have to use LRE, but this is even 1% also not useful for clinical. Clinical లో మీకు యూజ్ అవ్వదు ఇది. ఏ ఆప్షన్? Because your data less than 1 or 2 only, 1 or 2 default only. When but banking side, upward very rare chances, 1% chance is there. At that time we have to use LRECL. When your source file has more than 256 bytes, one column, then we have to use LRECL. Then see this, what is the LRECL max now? You got a doubt. How many bytes we can read it? Max. How many bytes we can print it? Max in one report. Here how many bytes we are reading? 1376. Go for your log window. So 32,767 bytes we can print in one report only. 32,767. What is the max of LRECL? That is one interview question. Max is a 32,767 bytes only. We can read it from outside to inside, and we can print it in my third party report, not in output window. Output window lo any bytes print avutayandi? Max 256. So see this here, in SS data is too long for column. What is my column? Answers truncated to 252 caret. 252 plus 4 spaces entandi 256. సో ఇక్కడ 256 కంటే ఎక్కువగా మీరు ప్రింట్ చేయలేరు వన్ సింగిల్ కాలమ్ లో. But we have to create some other party reports only, PDF or HTML reports. In that report, we can display the all more than 256 bytes also. At that time, we have to use which option? LRECL. ఇక్కడ చూడండి. So how many in my TXT file only? How many lines are there? 2 lines. Sometimes 10 lines, 15 lines ఉన్నాయి అనుకోండి. So my suggestion, please use along with the LRECL. One more option is required. Which option? Pad. Why pad? Because pad is nothing but from first row to last row. Row means our OBS, observations only. Sometimes our text file has more than 10 lines. I want to read the each and every line. Along with the LRECL, please use the which option? Pad option. Then we can import the proper data on. Clear my point? So this is our 2 days. 3 more options pending. Yes, please.
Sir, నాకు నెట్వర్క్ ఇష్యూ.
Or not? But real time లో we can convert this output into some other format. So ఇక్కడ నేను ఏ రిపోర్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నానండి? What is my creation of the report? AE. What is our extension? PDF. So ఎప్పుడైతే నేను ఇక్కడ క్రియేట్ అయిన PDF కనబడుతుందో, డబుల్ క్లిక్ this one, నా రిపోర్ట్ ఓపెన్ అవుతుంది. Even if you close this as session, you can see this report because I saved my report permanently. Just attach this report via email and send it to your user. What is my going forward? I will let you know, not today. And this report wise, we can assign the password also. Idea ఉంది కదా, password protection. కొన్ని PDFs open చేసే password ఉంటుంది. So that is also we can do this by using SAS. Going forward, I will show you how to create the PDF reports, how to assign the password for protection purpose. Going forward, I will let you know. So clear? Still anybody any doubt?